Hi, and welcome to Starfish Soap, and welcome to the third part in our cat soap series. So last time we made Luna, which is my mom's cat, and she looks like this, very pretty. And today we're making the lovely lady Misa, which is my sister's cat. So I'll show you the reference photo for what my idea was for making her soap. That has changed quite a bit since then, after some consideration and some more observing the cat. Which colors did it actually have? I found that she does not really have that red tone as you see on the reference photo, and also she is a bit more in the pot swirl than she is blob technique, which I had thought to make her as first. Let's get started. I have my soap base here. I'm gonna divide it into 3 portions. A white portion, which is gonna be 25%, gray brownish, that's gonna also be 25%, and then the last part, which is going to be a light brown, which is the last 50%. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright, so I've divided them into 3 portions, and the first thing we're gonna do is pour our white bit into our base, because that's gonna be the bottom. That's gonna represent her white paws and her white belly. And this is the portion. It doesn't look very white right now, but that's because I've used lard, which keeps the soap very white, like once it's solidified. But as you make the soap, it turns it this pink color. So that's why it's this beige right now. So we're gonna pour that in and let that sit while we mix the other colorants. The other colors. Okay, so now for our next color, which will be the main color. This will be a light brown. So I'm gonna start with coffee, but we're also gonna mix a bit of cocoa in there to hit the right color. All right, so let's start with mixing in our coffee. I'm gonna mix in a little bit at a time, because of course this is adding more water to the base, which is also the reason why I want to add the cocoa powder. As you see, it's gotten pretty thick here, but as soon as I stir this out, it becomes pretty liquid again. Also because I added the coffee, but also because that's how soap base work. So I think I'm gonna add some more coffee. I think it can handle that a little bit more. There we go. I've added 6 tablespoons, teaspoons in total. Okay, so now it got pretty dark actually. So the lard is annoying the way the color is actually gonna be. So it turned pretty dark now, but it's not sure that it's gonna stay that way. I've tried working with coffee before, and it turned quite light, so I'm not worried. We're gonna add a little bit of cocoa powder. I think half a teaspoon. Thank you. All right, my assistant helped me with the coffee there. Nope, the cocoa powder. We're gonna mix that in. Now, cocoa powder is very nice to work with, I must say. The one thing that can be a bit annoying is that it has a tendency to clump together, so you really have to mix it in to get it all mixed in. But it turns a lovely color, and it actually keeps the color really nicely. we are not in lack of things, natural colorants that can turn brown. A lot of things do, but not always in the same pretty brown color that cocoa powder can give, because it actually turns a nice chocolatey color, which makes sense because it's cocoa. Alright, I think that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna do the dark gray brown-ish color in this container, and we're gonna start with adding half a teaspoon of cocoa powder. Boop, sprinkle that in. So today I did not mix the lye water, my mom did, and that's because I have to be more careful now because, well, I'm pregnant, which is also the reason why I haven't really been making soap for quite a while. There's not just that, also school and such. There's been a lot of stuff that's been in the way. And then in the beginning I was a bit unsure if you were even allowed to soap when you're pregnant. You are, or you can, but the lye water you have to be extra careful with not inhaling those fumes. You always have to be careful about that, but extra careful when you're pregnant. So therefore my mom was a sweetheart and mixed the lye water for me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of activated charcoal. You don't need much of this to get it a quite dark black. No, not black, gray. I have not had success with getting black, sadly. But we're gonna add this much and be careful not to make it poof, because these are so small and it can get into your lungs, so you have to be careful with that. Okay, so we ended up with this color. We added about a half teaspoon of activated charcoal in all, and about 1 teaspoon of the cocoa. So it can be a bit difficult to see the brown bit, but when you compare the two colors that we have, I feel like that's a pretty mix. So I think it's gonna be pretty nice. And I've tried making it as close to her colors as possible, but again, the lye, no, not the lye, the lard. Thank you, Mom. The lard can it's tricky. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a in the pot swirl. So what that means is that we're gonna add the gray color to the brown color, and I'm gonna do that around here and around here. So we get around half here, and then okay, both of them are so thick that it's just lying on top of it.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna help it along a little bit.
Oh my god.
And then add the rest here. Oh my god. Okay, I waited on purpose to get it a little bit thicker so they wouldn't over mix, but I think maybe we waited a bit too long. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Then it gets that blobby look anyways, kind of. I'm sure it will look very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. If the white one is just as thick as this, it will not be a problem.
No.
Alright, I'm just gonna do...
Let's
Oh
hope
god.
so.
There we go.
I've never seen it that thick before.
No? No, that's I think that's a new one for me as well. Alright, I'm gonna... So the white has gotten pretty good. I'd say I'm gonna start with, blobbing it in a bit. Also, because now this is just it's a thick one. There we go. Just so that we won't break through the top. I was about to say skin, but it doesn't really form skin. It's more like it won't break through the top of the white. So we will get that straight line. That's what we're going for.
Yeah. Crossing fingers.
Oh my lord, this is thick. And the thing is, the brown one has not been stirred for a while, which is why it turned so thick. So the gray is more liquid than the brown, which makes it a interesting consistency, I must say. All right, now we can pour the rest in. Okay, so we got it all in. So now I'm just gonna tab it down a bit, and then. So the thing is that I completely forgot. We got a new mold. And it's a silicone mold because I got tired of using the metal one. It was just a mess, and the wax cloth was difficult to clean, and yeah. So we went back to a silicone mold. I used to have a square one, but now I have a loaf one, which is a bit more practical. So we're gonna let this sit a bit. I know it's already thick, but we're gonna let it sit a bit so we can texture the top, and then we'll add our ears. Okay, so we've come back and we've textured the top. So now we're gonna add the ears and complete the look. Okay, so I've gathered the ears quite a bit more than I did last time. So we're gonna get, how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bars of soap we're gonna have this time, whereas last time I believe it was 9. This is a different mold, but it is not because of that, because the mold is about the same size. I think it might be a bit not as wide, but otherwise it's about the same size. Alright, we'll see you back when we cut it up and see how it looks like on the inside. And we're back a few days later to cut up our miso soup. This is what it looks like now. And let's pull it out of our mold here. Okay. This is what it looks like from the side. Ooh. This looks good. I have big hopes for this. And because of the silicone, I made it in the silicone mold, it's very smooth, this surface. I haven't felt this in a while because I've been using that other mold. So let's see a slice. Alright, let's take our first slice into this loaf to make our first bar. And this is our first slice. Wow, that is just perfect. This is exactly how I wanted it. I think my sister's gonna be very pleased. Alright, so that turned into 12 beautiful bars. I I'm actually really excited about how they turned out. They just look gorgeous. I love the swirl, how that turned out. I love the white line, like the line I kept it straight for the white line, which was her little paws and her little tip at the end of her tail. Meant to represent that, and I think my sister's really going to love these. In the next and final part of our cat soap series, I will be making my cat, Molly, and I will be using some of the same techniques as I used for this bar, with the swirls and also the white line here. Those will just, of course, be in Molly colors, which is black and orange. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!